All right, ladies, I just recorded a whole video for you, and then the app chose to crash and not save it. So we are going to do this again, and I am just trusting that maybe I left something out, or I don't even know. It happens for a reason. So, welcome to the island of Kauai. Came here again for another sunrise because this introverted mama is really struggling with homeschooling and all the good stuff and just how much my children love me. So being able to start out my day like this is perfection. All right, so we are talking about going with the flow this morning. So what does that even mean? So our bodies are cyclical beings, and this is how the Lord created our bodies to be. And we can break our month down as women into 4 phases. And so the first phase is the menstruation phase or the winter phase. This is the time where your hormones are at the lowest, which is why you might notice feeling less energy. This is why you can easily consider a light walk or light yoga or even a nap your workout for this phase. If you also consider like what happens in the winter time, things kind of go dormant, you go inward a little bit. So when you want like a cozy blanket and a fire, and so when you are wanting to maybe journal more or think more or not socialize when you're on your period, this is totally normal. This doesn't mean that you can't push through it if need be, because life does not always allow that, but this means that you can understand and give yourself more grace when you're struggling to make it to a social event when you're on your period. That's all it means. So the second phase is the follicular phase and spring. And so you think of spring as like things rising and like new plants, like new birth. Things are starting to grow again. So this is when your hormones are starting to rise again, very slowly. You're wanting to socialize a little bit more. Your energy level is coming up a little bit more. You just notice life is a little bit more, and that has to do with hormones. So then the third phase is ovulation and summer. So when you are ovulating, you are the most magnetic. And this is not like a woo-woo, you're magnetic. This is like, no, the Lord actually created your bodies to attract the opposite sex for making a baby. And this was very this is what the Lord created us to do. Like, we attract. And so in ovulation, our hormones have hit its highest on day 14. And this is a good time to plan big social gatherings, to grab coffee with an old friend. Maybe you need to be a little bit more social and outgoing then. This is when you have more energy to burn for a workout. It's just a good, it's summer. You get out, you go, you have fun, you lay out in the sun. So now we go into the luteal phase. And what happens in the luteal phase is like fall. And so think of that in the sense of things starting to go inward a little bit. You're starting to want to hang out inside. Like, you're wanting to go inward a little bit more. The trees are starting to turn color. You're just prepping for the winter. And so if you planned your phases, there should be this really beautiful rhythm. And so I literally sit down with my calendar. I look at where the moon phases are. I look at what date. Like, I literally write next to my calendar day of, okay, the December 6th is my 14th day or whatever. And so I know exactly what day I'm on in my cycle. And then I choose to follow like my hormone toolbox on what I'm supposed to do for that day. And then I also, at the top list, what are my food focuses? What is my energy supposed supposed to look like. Again, these are all guidelines, all right? And then like, what's my best kind of workout? So there might be a day that I want to work out and like, okay, what should I do? Ooh, with where my hormones are, I should really do a hard cardio or a stretch or whatever. Like it gives you this beautiful guide to find the rhythm for your day and for your month. And the more you do it, the easier and more natural it just becomes. And it's really beautiful, guys. Like, I have been so blessed by this because I was living so haphazardly with my hormones. My hormones almost had control over me. And now I'm realizing, okay, one, my hormones are giving me signals and clues of what's going on inward and also like in my brain and energy level and everything. And so it's just really fun to like partner with it. I don't know, maybe this just resonates with me, but that is just a super quick walkthrough of what the phases look like. I go into much more depth with like the workouts to do, exactly how to plan your social schedule, your workouts, your even like if you have a business, like how to plan for that, like planning and scheduling business stuff, and just all sorts. Like, I go into the more nitty gritty of the how to do all of this, but it's good to at least start knowing the, like, this even happens. It took me so long to realize that my body was even, like, you hear you're cyclical. Like, I feel like all of this should have been taught when we were 12 as girls, you know? Side note, I think I'm going to be creating a course for moms and daughters so that we can start educating the younger generation on all of this. Super fun. So if you have any questions, please reach out. If you want to hop into the Hope and Hormones course, I would love to have you. And yeah, or if you are living already in the cyclical life, like, I'd love to hear a testimony. What does that look like for you? What's been the benefits, or maybe what's your best tip for it? So anyways, we are going to go. I'm going to go start my day as mommy. And yeah, thanks for joining me, guys.